Everyone knew that there were tensions behind palace walls, but I don't think anyone could have predicted just how toxic this was going to become.
Royal childhoods are usually protected from public conflict, but Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet have unexpectedly become symbols in a growing dispute between rival royal loyalists. Their involvement exposes deeper fractures among supporters of the monarchy, reflecting long-standing tensions over loyalty, legacy, and public image. As divisions between Sussex and Cambridge supporters intensify, even the youngest royals are drawn into the spotlight, raising uneasy questions about the monarchy's future and the cost of public allegiance. Young royals at the heart, Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet, both still children, have unexpectedly become focal points in a burgeoning feud among loyalists of different royal factions. Though far too young to engage in royal politics themselves, their names and images have been drawn into heated debates, often used as symbols in the larger battle between supporters of the Sussexes and the Cambridges. This rare involvement raises questions about how the next generation of royals is being viewed and whether innocence can truly be preserved in today's scrutinizing climate. The fact that two young princesses are caught in the crossfire speaks volumes about the intensity and reach of these divisions. What makes this situation especially striking is how supporters' allegiances have begun to influence discussions involving the youngest members of the royal family, who are traditionally shielded from conflict. Princess Charlotte, as the daughter of Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, and Princess Lilibet, daughter of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, represent very different branches of the family's future. Their contrasting family dynamics have increasingly become a proxy battleground for public loyalty and personal grievance. This tangled involvement hints at just how personal and emotional the feud has become, threatening to pull the entire monarchy deeper into controversy. Yet, the full significance of this conflict remains unfolding. As fans and critics alike weigh in on the roles these young royals are seen to play, there lies a deeper, more complicated story behind the scenes. The lasting impact on the children themselves and the monarchy's public reputation is still unclear, but what is certain is that this is no ordinary family disagreement. The tensions simmering around Charlotte and Lilibet are a portent of broader challenges the royal house must navigate in the years ahead. This tension among the youngest royals mirrors a longer history of divided loyalties within the monarchy's staunchest supporters, a history that helps explain how these conflicts have grown so fierce and personal. Origins of loyalist divisions. The divisions between royal family loyalists can be traced back to long-standing differences in support for various branches of the monarchy. Over the years, segments of the public have aligned themselves strongly either with the Sussexes or the Cambridges, creating factions that often disagree sharply on issues of royal conduct, tradition, and modern values. These loyalties are not merely about favorite individuals. They reflect deeper sentiments about how the monarchy should evolve in the 21st century. What began as mild rivalries have hardened into fervent camps, with social media and news cycles amplifying the split.
And when Harry and Meghan's role as senior royals was incredibly important to the royal family, the Queen needed that support. So there was a sense that, they were being let down by Harry and Meghan.
The antagonism between these groups intensified notably after Prince Harry and Meghan Markle stepped back from official royal duties, marking a clear shift in public perception and family dynamics. Supporters of the Sussexes have often praised their stance on mental health and calls for modernization, while their critics, including many Cambridge loyalists, frame their actions as divisive or self-serving. Since then, debates have spilled out from royal watchers into broader discussions about race, media treatment, and privacy, making the conflict all-encompassing. This deep-rooted partisanship means that any public remark or action by family members or supporters risks igniting further disputes. The rivalry between the Sussex and Cambridge camps remains the driving force behind much of the unrest surrounding the royal family today, and it directly colors the ongoing debate involving Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet. Sussex versus Cambridge rivalry. At the heart of the royal loyalists' feud lies the intense rivalry between supporters of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Sussexes, and those backing Prince William and Catherine, the Cambridges. This split is not just about family biography. It embodies contrasting visions of what the monarchy should represent and how it should engage with the modern world. The Sussexes symbolize a break from tradition with their outspoken approach and social activism, while the Cambridges represent continuity and dedication to established royal protocols. This clash has created a fault line that extends far beyond the palace walls.
That actually it wasn't a close relationship, that there was a lot of sibling rivalry, as you might expect, a lot of jealousy, a lot of Harry feeling that he didn't want to play second fiddle.
Nothing left, is there? But no, essentially, what? Nothing.
This rivalry has been further inflamed by personal revelations and public interviews, fueling suspicion and mistrust on both sides. The media's role in sensationalizing differences has made reconciliation harder, as each faction's supporters interpret events through their own lens of loyalty. This entrenched division has sometimes overshadowed the family's collective responsibilities, creating a fragmented image of the monarchy at a time when unity is often needed. The visible loyalty battles increase pressure on every royal family member, especially the youngest, who become reluctant symbols in this struggle. With fan bases divided and emotions high, the role of social media only serves to fan the flames of this rivalry, transforming private disputes into public spectacles that no royal family member can easily escape. Social media's role in Feud. Social media has become a powerful stage where the feud between royal loyalists plays out with relentless intensity. Platforms like Twitter and Instagram allow supporters of both the Sussexes and the Cambridges to voice their opinions instantly, often fueling conflicts with viral posts, memes, and heated exchanges. This digital battleground strips away the usual decorum that surrounds the royal family, making even the youngest members, like Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet, indirect targets of online debates. One fan even posted, "Where are Willie and Kate's demonic followers who spent the whole week bullying a 4-year-old for her hair?" wrote a fan account while sharing a picture of Charlotte. The speed and breadth of social media have made private family matters public, escalating disputes far beyond traditional news outlets. The accessibility of social media also means that misinformation and exaggeration can spread quickly, complicating efforts to clarify or calm tensions. Royal experts and insiders frequently warn that the distortions found online distort the reality of family dynamics, yet the fervor among fans seldom abates. Followers often frame the narrative through personal biases, interpreting events as triumphs or attacks depending on their loyalties. For Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet, this means their images and perceived roles get caught in crossfire they cannot influence, making the digital age a uniquely challenging environment for youthful royals. The power of social media to shape public perception feeds directly into the monarchy's broader image struggles, especially when the youngest royals become unwilling symbols in a fractured narrative. Impact on royal public image. The ongoing feud has cast a complex shadow over the royal family's public image, complicating how the institution is viewed both at home and internationally. Traditionally, the monarchy has relied on unity and dignity to uphold its standing, but the visible divisions among supporters now threaten that cohesion. When young royals like Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet become points of contention, it raises concerns about the innocence of the family's future and whether the institution can maintain an untarnished legacy. These fractures challenge the careful balance between public fascination and respect that the monarchy must sustain. Public opinion is increasingly split, mirroring the internal rivalries reflected in loyalist camps. Some see these divisions as a sign the monarchy is out of step with modern values and transparency, while others view them as a natural outcome of inevitable change and generational shifts. This ambivalence leaves the family vulnerable to criticism from multiple angles, weakening the image of a united royal front. For the younger royals, this means growing up under a spotlight fraught with expectations and challenges, where even childhood innocence can be politicized or weaponized. As the public narrative twists and turns around the youngest generation, the monarchy faces the difficult task of steering through turbulent waters to preserve its future and legacy. Future implications for the monarchy. The ongoing feud involving Princess Charlotte and Princess Lilibet reveals deeper challenges that could shape the British monarchy's future. As these young royals become symbols of factional loyalty, it raises concerns about the institution's ability to protect its next generation from divisive public scrutiny. This conflict highlights how internal family tensions and external fan rivalries might complicate efforts to present a unified front, a key factor for the monarchy's stability. The monarchy must find ways to shield these children while also addressing the broader discord among supporters to maintain its credibility. Looking ahead, the persistence of such rivalries signals a pressing need for transformation within the institution. The monarchy faces growing calls for transparency and modernization, but its success will depend on reconciling divided loyalties among fans and within the family itself. The younger generation, including Charlotte and Lilibet, will inevitably be influenced by the legacies of this turbulent period. Their upbringing and public roles may become focal points for either healing these rifts or further reinforcing divisions, depending on how the royal family navigates these competing pressures. Royal family divisions have never seemed so personal or so public, especially when innocent young royals are pulled into the spotlight. This story reminds us that tradition and modernity often clash in unexpected ways. If you found this insight into royal dynamics compelling, please like this video and subscribe to stay updated on the evolving world of the monarchy.